does it know?
Before British comedy became clever, self-aware, and a little too polite, there was a café in Nazi-occupied France, where sausages were smuggled, tunnels led nowhere, and nothing made sense. In the best way possible. Allo Allo wasn't just a sitcom. It was a perfectly controlled explosion of parody, packed with fake accents, double crosses, and more innuendos than the BBC probably expected. But behind the chaos on screen, the show has a wild history of its own. So pour yourself a glass of Chateau Pissoir. Here are 20 facts about Allo Allo that'll make you love it even more. Number 1. The show was a parody of another BBC series. Allo Allo was directly spoofing a serious BBC drama called Secret Army. That show aired in the late 70s and was about the Belgian resistance helping Allied airmen escape Nazi territory. The creators of Allo Allo took that concept and flipped it into a farce, with exaggerated accents, silly disguises, and running gags. Even some character types were mirrored. So next time you watch Allo Allo, remember, it all started as a joke on a deadly serious show. Number 2. Renee was only supposed to narrate one episode. That famous fourth wall-breaking narration by Renee, that wasn't the plan. Originally, Gordon Kaye was only meant to do it in the pilot, to help the audience understand the chaotic setting. But viewers loved it. His deadpan explanations and sarcastic asides became a staple of the show, and the writers decided to keep it. It helped anchor the madness, and gave Renee an outlet to roll his eyes at everything going wrong around him. Number 3. Gordon Kaye suffered a near-fatal injury mid-series. In 1990, just before the final season, he was nearly killed in a car accident during a storm. A piece of wood from a billboard smashed through his car window and hit him in the head. He survived, but with serious injuries. Miraculously, he returned to the show, and even though he had a visible scar on his forehead, he still delivered that signature comic timing like nothing happened. Number 4. The famous catchphrases were carefully scripted. "Good morning" and "You stupid woman" weren't just improvised jokes. They were precisely scripted and phonetically written into the script. The writers wanted the mispronunciations to sound consistent every time. Actors were told exactly how to say things like, "I was pissing by the door," or "Z fallen Madonna with the big boobies." It gave the show its iconic flavor, and fans still quote those lines to this day, with perfect, ridiculous pronunciation. Number 5. Officer Crabtree was played by a fluent French speaker. Arthur Bostrom, who played Officer Crabtree, the British spy pretending to be French, actually speaks fluent French in real life, which makes his mangled franglais even funnier. His absurd lines like, "I have good moaning," were delivered so confidently because he actually knew how wrong they were. Bostrom said it was harder to speak fake French than real French, but it became one of the most beloved running gags in the whole series. Number 6. Carmen Silvera played multiple characters. She wasn't just Renee's long-suffering wife. She also appeared in several other minor roles throughout the show, including impersonating other characters as part of the plot. Before Allo Allo, she had a serious career in dramas and Shakespearean theater. Playing the tone-deaf Edith was a huge shift, but she embraced the chaos. And her hilarious singing became one of the show's most dependable laughs. Number 7. The cafe set was based on real locations. While most of the filming was done in a studio, the cafe was based on a real location in France. Some exterior shots were filmed in Norfolk, England, dressed up to look like France. Fans can still visit some of those filming spots today. But the cramped, chaotic cafe interior was built on a set, complete with trapdoors, secret panels, and hidden rooms for all those resistance antics. Number 8. Hairflix actor had a ballet background. Richard Gibson, who played the stiff, sneering Gestapo officer, was actually trained in ballet. That's why his movements were so stylized and exaggerated. He was deliberately parodying his own discipline. His posture looked like something from a cartoon villain's playbook, and it was all part of the joke. Number 9. The show was a surprise hit across Europe. You might expect a British sitcom mocking wartime stereotypes to flop overseas, but Allo Allo became a cult favorite across Europe. It aired with subtitles in countries like Germany, France, and Austria, and audiences loved the exaggerated satire. Because the show mocked everyone, from the British to the Nazis to the resistance, it was seen as farce, not insult. The cartoonish characters, running gags, and total absurdity made it feel more like a parody than a history lesson. Number 10. There were 85 episodes in total. Over its 10-year run, Allo Allo racked up 85 episodes, including several Christmas specials. It became one of the BBC's longest-running sitcoms. Each episode built on running gags, absurd plots, and a growing cast all tangled in the same ridiculous village. From flying nun disguises to fake Hitler mustaches, the writers kept the chaos going. And through it all, Renee just wanted a quiet life. Number 11. Helga's uniforms were based on 1940s pinups. Kim Hartman's character wore a stylized Nazi outfit, complete with garters and flirtatious gestures. The look was inspired by vintage posters from the era, blending military menace with campy glamour. Her stripteases for Hair Flick became a surreal mix of absurdity and pure parody. Number 12. The writers of Allo Allo also created Dad's Army. David Croft and Jeremy Lloyd were masters of turning wartime into comedy. They already made foolhardy soldiers funny, and this time they pushed it even further. With double entendres, disguises, and complete chaos, they walked the tightrope between satire and slapstick and didn't fall once. Number 13. The painting joke never stopped evolving. The fallen Madonna with the big boobies became the show's most ridiculous treasure. It was hidden in sausages, under floorboards, even inside knockers. The prop changed slightly over the years, but the gag never got old. Number 14. Gordon Kay had a real-life accent coach. Renee's blend of French and English, or franglais, was harder than it looked. He had to keep it consistent across long speeches, while still landing jokes. The result? An accent so iconic, even real French people started imitating it badly. Number 15. The resistance crew was one big cliché on purpose. Michelle's dramatic entrances, her cryptic messages, her outrageous plans were all based on old war film tropes. But in Allo Allo, they became hilarious caricatures. And yes, most of her plans involved Renee wearing a dress, again. Number 16. The BBC nearly canceled it after season 1. Some execs thought it was too chaotic or too offensive. But the audience had other ideas. Fan reaction was so strong that the show got a second chance, and then kept going for 9 more years. Number 17. Mimi wasn't part of the original cast. Sue Hodge joined the show in season 4 as the tiny, loud, and fiercely loyal waitress. She quickly became a fan favorite. smuggling airmen, slapping people, and holding her own in the resistance chaos. Number 18. The cast reunited for a live stage show. In the early 90s, original actors brought their characters to the theater, complete with accents, costumes, and catchphrases. It toured the UK and even made it to Australia. Fans loved seeing the madness in real time, and the laughs were just as loud. Number 19. The show ended with a time jump. In the final episode, Renee is older, reflecting on the war, the chaos, and the strange cast of characters who passed through his café. It ends with him raising a glass to Edith and quietly saying, "You stupid woman." Number 20. Fans still visit Nouvion today. The village isn't real, but the filming locations in Norfolk have become cult destinations. Some fans even attend conventions dressed as Renee, Helga, or Officer Crabtree. Over 30 years later, they're still quoting catchphrases, still laughing at the accents, and still celebrating a sitcom that never took itself too seriously. Whether you watched it live or discovered it years later on reruns, Allo Allo remains one of the boldest, weirdest, most brilliant sitcoms ever made. It turned war into farce, turned nonsense into comfort, and somehow made Chateau Pissoir look drinkable. If you enjoyed this trip into the world of Renee and Company, like, subscribe, and comment your favorite line below. And yes, Chateau Pissoir was really just Ribena in a wine bottle. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.